Hey, welcome back to my life on the board. Yes, welcome back. So, I am now in Bangkok. I'm on my rest period. This is day 3. I've just booked myself into a hostel with my own room so I could have a bit of peace and quiet and regain my energy for my 41-day tour that is coming tomorrow. So I started in Vietnam, in Saigon, and I had been ripped off in a taxi. Yes, me, ripped off in a taxi. So what happened, I normally, pull money out on my card. The cash points inside wasn't working. I asked the woman how much the taxi would be inside the airport. She said like 220,000, which was like £7.50 for the taxi. So I said, right, okay, I'm going to take some money out. So I went outside the airport, went to the ATM outside, which was just like a 2-minute walk. And then this guy walked up to me and said, do you need a taxi? So I said, how much is it? And he said, 900. So I said, okay, that's cheaper than inside. So I got the money, took it out. Very long story short, got into the taxi. He said, pay him now. So I paid him. And then he was like, because he spoke English but not fully. And he was like, I don't have enough, blah, 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 blah. It was 900,000 to take me to the hotel. And I was like, no, it's not. It's blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so then I told him to stop before we got out of the airport so we could get out of the car. He didn't stop. Then he stopped at me at some hotel, took my bag out of the car, chucked it into a different taxi, and then I don't know, gave the taxi man some money, and that was it. And then I was like, I don't have any money, and he was like, the guy gave him 1,000, of the Vietnamese money, and I was like, but I don't have any more money, so I'm just letting you know this. If you were gonna drop me, I don't have any more money. I told him the story. So the story is, he just ripped me off, took off, the 500,000. And gave him 10,000. But at the hotel it came up to 2,500, and he just said I didn't have enough because he knows the story. So I said fine. Yeah, so that was the story. So I got ripped up in Saigon, but it was a little bit traumatic. Well, not traumatic. I was so angry because I didn't understand the currency at that time, and I wasn't gonna fight over £20 for him to give me back the £20 when I don't even know where he's put my suitcase, or I don't know where he's taking me. I would rather just get out of the car, let him keep the money, and just go about my day. So that was Saigon. Got to Saigon, I was already in the mood, but the tour leader, Mint, she was so nice, she was lovely. It was good to have a good tour leader again. So the tour that I did was the Vietnam, Laos and Burma and Thailand on a shoestring. The tour was 31 days, I think, and it was very enjoyable. So I'll just go through the highlights of the tour, because if I go through everything, I'll be here forever. So the highlights for me, one highlight for me in Vietnam was Hoi An. Hoi An is UNESCO protected. It has UNESCO protected buildings. They can't build them too high, so it has the scenic views of the mountains. It was beautiful when it was raining, absolutely beautiful, although I was soaking, my feet were wet, but the buildings and the flowers and everything like that, it just looked so beautiful. It was just really nice being there. And then the next day was boiling, so it was nice, beautiful. The sun was bouncing off the yellow buildings and the flowers looked so beautiful. We had little shops in the, in some of the building, and you could have, coffee and, food. At night it was lit up, it was so beautiful. And in that area, Hoi An, it's like a mixture of Chinese and Japanese. I'm not saying buildings, but implements of those cultures, as they use that place, back in the day, way back in the day, for shipments and business. So you could see some of the old, not monuments, but you could see some of the cultural styles in the areas. So some parts was felt like me being back in China, and obviously I haven't been to Japan yet, so it was nice to see the two cultures and obviously come together. So Hoi An I really liked. So my favourite place in Laos was Luang Prabang. It was very beautiful, very scenic, very calm compared to Vietnam. They had temples where you could see the sunset, and they had night markets, restaurants, street food. I missed those coconut pancakes, can't get them anywhere else. But it was a really nice place. And then we went onto the slow boat, which I actually enjoyed. It was a big massive boat for 6 of us or 8 of us that were on the tour, and we could just catch up with reading, sleeping, talking amongst ourselves. There was no Wi-Fi, no TV, no nothing, so I was able to listen to my podcast, catch up with my reading, my sleeping, without feeling that I'm missing out on anything. And it was beautiful in the morning and sunset, where you see the mist settling onto the mountains, the rain. I saw an elephant, and we did 10 hours one day and 10 hours the other day. We stayed in a homestay in between, which was very nice also. So that was my highlight of Laos. We had a pit stop in Thailand before we went to Burma, and then we went to Burma and we met up with another tour guide. Burma or Myanmar has only been open for a couple years to tourists, so it was nice going there and it not being so heavily, affected by tourists. We was able to see the natural way of living of the Burmese people. My favourite place in Burma was, what was my favourite place in Burma? Began. It is very dusty. Burma's very dusty. It reminds me of India with the dust and the sand and stuff like that on the road. So it is a very dusty place. It had a beautiful sunset and sunrise places, lots of temples. I think they had like 2,200 temples in that small area of place. We could hire an electric scooter, which was good. I just hired one for like $5, which was like £3.50 or £4, and it just went around New Began, Old Began, and one of the towns at the top. So I was able to do myself a little photo shoot, which was really nice. And it was extra hot on that day as well, but it was nice to actually get away from the group and do my own thing and get around and see so much of the area, see the temples. And they have a lot of gold temples, gold in the temples, like real gold, 24-karat gold in the temples. So it was beautiful to see and have some time to myself and admire and adore the area, the nature that I was in, and it was just beautiful. Very hot, very dusty, beautiful. I had my headscarf on most of the time because I washed my hair and I didn't want it to get dirty again before moving on, because I just spend too much time doing it, washing it, combing it. So I just wore a headscarf just to avoid it. At least I could just wash the headscarf. Then we went to Yangon, and that was a city, and it has lots of jewelry, lots of gold. So it's really good place to go if you want to get rings, jewelry, stuff like that. That's got pure gold. The silver is sold there for really cheap. They sell gems, rubies, sapphire, onyx, diamonds, everything. The only thing is, I would advise is obviously to have your knowledge about gems, because people sell the spinel for rubies because you don't know, or the gold and it's silver coated, it's gold coated and it's silver underneath, or whatever it is. But sometimes you can tell how precious it may be. In a way, sometimes they have the jewelry on the top, and then they'll have the jewelry inside. So obviously you can see tell then. Not to say that none of it's real or it's fake. It most probably is real, but doesn't have it's not 100%. But when it comes to the gems, the sapphires, the rubies, the jade, I would find that you have some type of knowledge. I did find that going inside actually the mall and buying like a necklace. I wanted either a gold necklace or silver necklaces, and there was some beautiful necklaces that they had, but it was actually cheaper inside the mall than inside the market, which you would think that the market would be cheaper, but obviously they're set price inside the mall and not outside the market. But I still feel like you could grab a bargain. So that's it with Burma. Burma is a place that you go, you know, you buy your jewellery, but I do think in the next 10 years time, because there was a lot of building work going on in Burma, it will be a completely different place. Things will be higher price. The school will no longer be $4, it'll probably be like $15 for half a day. So that's that, and now I'm back in Thailand in Bangkok. I did want to do some exploring and things like that, but to be totally honest, I cannot really be bothered anymore. I've got another tour coming up now, which is going to be tomorrow, and it's going to be 41 days, and it's going to be tiring as well, so I would rather take this time and just relax. So bye, thank you for watching. And the tour is over. What is wrong with me? I didn't even realise. I thought it was just gold paint, but it's not gold paint. Some of it is gold paint,